Hey everyone, if you are looking to buy or sell a home or are interested in a market update within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, stick around for our weekly Wednesday show. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that one.
That's the theme song.
Sometimes I just hit the wrong button here in the studio. Anyway, welcome everyone to our Wednesday show. My name is Virginia Carlson with Florida in Motion and Near Disney, and we are here to talk to you about some fun things that are happening in and around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. And tonight we are joined by a full panel. We've got everyone from the Dream Team joining us. So over to my left.
Hey, I'm Elijah with Florida in Motion Realty, and happy to be part of the show as always. And they call me the Prince of Real Estate here on Near Disney.
And I'm Tanya, also with Florida in Motion Realty. They call me the Latin Princess because I speak Spanish.
Hey.
And my name is Sue Koptief. I'm also with Florida in Motion Realty, and they call me Aurora, which is Sleeping Beauty's real name. Good to see you all.
Yes, we're happy that everyone is here tonight and out there joining us. Feel free to comment, ask questions, comments. We will answer anything we can, and it's mostly things we're able to answer, so that's pretty good for everyone involved. But at any time during the show, drop us a line, and we will answer your questions. So tonight we have some fun topics. We have some cool things that are happening with a little bit of history of Disney. Some things that are happening in the Orlando area. And then, of course, we have updates on the housing market for you all. So Sue brought us a really cool article, and this was something that I didn't know about. So I like to learn something new every day. But it's tell us a little bit about it, Sue, while I pull up your article.
So there's quite a few things that actually happened that, May 15th, today is the anniversary of. We have a couple of birthdays in our family. One of the things was McDonald's was launched, Sputnik, if anybody's familiar with history and all that was launched. Just kind of some fun stuff, but relating to Disney, Plane Crazy, which was the 1928 American animated short film directed by Walt Disney. The cartoon was originally released by Walt Disney Studios on this day in 1928 as a silent film. So this was the first appearance of Mickey Mouse and his girlfriend Minnie. So it was actually a test screening to a theater audience. And unfortunately, even though there was someone there from Metro Golden Mayer, they did not pick up a distributor. So the later that year, the first sound cartoon was, as everybody knows, well, most people know, it was a Steamboat Willie.
Oh, Steamboat Willie, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the one that was Plane Crazy, and then Plane Crazy was officially released as a sound cartoon the following year. But it's just kind of fun, in Plane Crazy, he's trying to be Charles Lindbergh, and he's he fails, destroying the plane. But just a really cute story behind it. He tried to kiss Minnie a whole bunch of times. And another character that everybody loves and is from the original cast is Clarabelle Cow. She was there on that aircraft. Yeah. So anyway, just some fun little trivia about Disney and this day in history, May 15th. So I probably wouldn't have looked anything up, but one of the birthdays is my husband and the other one is my granddaughter. And so I was trying to look up fun stuff. So our granddaughter's on the West Coast, and we actually sent her a little Instacart pack with flowers and a bunch of other stuff. And one of the things we stuck in there were Mickey Mouse goldfish crackers. So
cool.
that was the Mickey Mouse theme for her birthday. But anyway, so there you go. Fun stuff.
Yeah, that's always fun to learn about a little bit of history, because everybody loves the parks and Disney around here, and so just learning a little bit more. And Steamboat Willie, I know everybody has seen. I remember watching that as a kid. And the thing about Walt Disney was he I read somewhere that people were trying to kind of buy his cartoons, and he was like, all I have is the mouse, so I'm never going to get rid of
Yeah.
him. And honestly, like, that was probably the smartest business move. Got to keep the mouse.
Yep. Did you guys know that when he was trying to build Disney land in Anaheim,
Mhm.
that he was petitioning his friends to support him, to financially donate, and one of those celebrities was Bob Hope, who was a
Oh,
famous comedian for
yeah,
years.
yeah.
And Bob Hope looked at him and said, "Walt, no one is ever going to drive all the way out to Anaheim to go to your park." He said it was the worst business decision I ever made.
That's usually where genius happens, is when nobody
I know.
else understands it.
Yeah. So anyway, and
That's
Elijah, I love the kitty is kind of coming in and out of the. She's like a
The mock
nice.
green screen. Yeah, sorry, she's
no. She's cute.
she's haunting the stream right now. I don't really have control over what she does, but she heard we were talking about mice and, and decided to see
Exactly.
what
That's
was
what.
on the
Oh my
menu.
goodness. So she's very smart. She's very smart then.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
definitely.
if you got a favorite Disney character, or favorite Disney shorts from the classics, or if you know about the cow, what was the cow's name?
Clarabelle
Clarabelle.
cow.
Clarabelle cow. Then
Clarabelle.
Yes.
shout us out in the comments. It's I got to brush up on some of that early Disney history. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
but I mean,
Clarabelle
it's
cow.
good stuff. So, yeah, cool. Well,
It
thanks
is.
for sharing
She wears that like bell as a necklace, or
that.
Ooh.
more cowbell.
More cowbell. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on to a little bit of real estate then. I know, Elijah, you wanted to talk about a listing that we have in Celebration on Front
Yeah, our
Street.
wonderful production team went out and created another high quality video that we love to do for our listings. When you use us, when you give us a call, we go in and we send in our film crew to create these lovely videos with include drone footage, high quality images, and
Yeah.
homemade music, because they're also musicians on the team. So really excited.
Yeah.
A rare opportunity, a coveted area of Celebration, the condo association that is so close to the downtown with that walkability, built by Issa Homes with
Mhm.
block construction. This is 619 Front Street, Unit 3304, the Carlisle residence. It is an awesome 3-bed plus an office listing we just got at just under 1,900 square feet. So please,
Nice.
let's roll the tape, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you more about it after. I love you. I just can't wait for you to see this. It has been
Perfect.
renovated as beautifully as possible. It's truly something special.
All right, let's check it out.
How exciting!
Wow.
That was
That's
really
a
pretty.
great place. The
Mhm.
location is just phenomenal. I mean, you have the lake view and you're right downtown. So, I
Double
mean,
lake view. I mean, there's two balconies that you saw in there that has elevator access to
mhm,
get up there and get that vantage with those views. You got this cool open floor plan with those beautiful luxury vinyl wide plank floors that are just everything has just been done to the modern tastes, to that
yeah.
new trendy gold hardware in the totally remodeled kitchen. That's
Mhm.
actually
Love it.
marble. That is the countertops, the double waterfall countertops, not granite. It's marble,
Okay.
and they got some. It's kind of like a smart home, so that sink is that they use to replace is voice activated. You
Oh,
can
cool.
tell it to make. They demonstrated this for me. It's they like synced it to Alexa. They said make me 2 cups of water at 130 degrees or something for like cooking, and so just
That's
Wow.
it saved you
cool.
a lot of liquid measuring cups to be that precise. So and it has a garage and
Yep.
just totally wonderfully done. You get to walk off of your primary, spacious primary bedroom into a patio that looks out on more water and
Mhm.
great views of downtown Celebration. So that's a lot of fun. That's they even had a voice activated like smart shower that can can be a lot of fun to figure out how to use. So yeah, that's if
Awesome.
you're interested, that's 619 Front Street in Celebration. It bookends our opening discussion because Celebration's the town built by Disney. It's got that great proximity to the Disney parks.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
listed. I mean, you can just see those updates speak for themselves. That luxe lifestyle with 3 bedrooms and an office for $725,000, and you get that amazing garage that had storage built into it.
Perfect. Okay. So again, 725,000. If you have any questions about that property, please reach out. And be happy to talk to you about it. It's a gorgeous property. Love the kitchen. Yeah. It's really
Mhm.
nicely done for sure.
Thank you. Thank
Yes. So speaking of the homes and the homes that are on the market, we kind of always want to jump into what are the trends that are happening right now, especially in our area. And I found this cool article about how some down payments have been going down. So people are able to get into homes with putting down a little bit of less money. And particularly in Florida, we're seeing this, which is good news for everyone. This happens when maybe it's a little less competitive and the market kind of stabilizes itself. We see that in the first 3 months of 2024, the average of a down payment has gone down to 13.6% or about $26,000. It was down from the previous quarter of 2023, which was 14.7, about 30,000, a little more than $30,000. So your savings are around $4,000 there. It's pretty typical seasonally wise. The last quarter of a year is typically more than the first quarter of the following year. But in particular, I thought this was interesting because it focuses on the the areas with the highest down payments. That's all the way out in California. But here in Florida and also Texas is lumped into this category with the lowest down the states and metros with the lowest down payments. And we're seeing this because, as we all know, Texas and Florida were kind of like these balmy states. And during the pandemic, everybody wanted to kind of flee to these states. And so it was crazy. I mean, we all know we lived here and the it was like a mad dash to get here. And so there was a lot of competitiveness and the home prices, there wasn't a lot of inventory and then the prices were going up. And so people were kind of crazy about, oh, I'll put down this amount and to outbid somebody else. And so that has kind of slowed down, which is nice because then it means that more people can get into homes with a lower down payment. Let's see. So the main areas in Florida were Palm Bay, Ocala, which is near us, and Naples. They all went down in the average down payment. So we're seeing that people are getting into homes for less money. But I thought this was interesting to talk about whether or not a smaller payment is better for the buyer. And you might think that it's a great deal if you have to put down less, but keep in mind that with the interest rates being higher, like almost double than what they were during the pandemic, putting down more money so you have a smaller loan might be more advantageous because of interest payments. So just something to think about. Also, if you were in kind of like a multi-bid scenario with somebody else, if you're putting down more, the seller might be more inclined to take your offer versus somebody who puts down less. So all good things to think about, but just interesting to see how much things have shifted since the pandemic, when it was like up here and then down here. Don't you guys agree? Like it's like two extremes.
Yeah,
Since
that's our job, to kind of just monitor the market, roll with the punches, advise you through the changes. It's a very volatile and ever shifting process and landscape in this housing market. So yeah, we just looking for the best, most modern strategies for you.
Yeah. So definitely all things to consider. And if any of you out there have any concerns or questions about that, about what is a good number to put down on a home, of course, those are definitely things that we have a lot of experience with, that we can talk you through, just to make sure that you're making the right decision for you financially. So that's helpful. Also, putting more money down puts equity in your home like immediately. And I know that, and so we were talking about that, Tanya, we were talking about that with you, and just talking about how what kind of equity you put into your home. And let's bring up your article and we can talk about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the floor. Tell us about equity in our homes.
Sure. This article is really good because it talks about home ownership and, most importantly, equity when you're a homeowner. There's a report from AATTOM that was released this quarter, and it's about the nation's residential properties and the robust equity figures that we are seeing. At a country level, a similar narrative unfolds. Counties in the Midwest, Northeast, and West regions dominate the landscape of equity-rich properties, with Vermont and California leading the charge. Conversely, in counties in the South, they contend with lower equity-rich percentages, reflective of broader economic realities. At a regional level, the landscape of equity distribution paints an intriguing picture. In the South, particularly states like Kentucky and Georgia, we see declines in equity. However, Florida's in the South, but we see equity-rich zip codes in the most rich equity zip codes in the nation. So that's pretty good. Speaking of Florida, it's no coincidence that 4 of the 6 markets experiencing the most significant value growth since the start of the pandemic are in Florida. And Tampa leads the way with 88.9%, then followed by Miami with an 86.6 rise, Jacksonville with 82.4, and Orlando with 72.3. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome for our state. And one thing is definitely clear: not every state can offer warm weather, beautiful beaches, as well as reducing tax burden on citizens and also promoting economic growth. It's hard to beat that. So we're in a pretty good place and location, and we're happy to help people move here because we see the value in owning a home in Florida.
Yeah, those are all really good points. That the state where we live has just so much to offer, more leaps and bounds. It's very unique. A lot of different things going on here that are very attractive to new homeowners moving from other states. So that's definitely good news for us. Thank you for sharing that. And so what happens when you get that home that you love and you want to improve it? What are some things that you want to improve? I think we think about redoing the inside of a house, or making improvements to the backyard. We've talked a lot about that people want that backyard space. But what about the landscaping, like in the front? And we we can share about what do we think are the best things to do for landscaping that will make the most impact on your home. Who wants to take this? Elijah, I'll give you the floor on this one.
Well, yeah, we talked a little bit in a previous week as summer approaches. We're seeing some estimations project this might be one of the hottest summers on record, and we've been kind of starting to feel it a bit. And how to prepare your home for the summer. Some of our listings we've noticed are kind of the lawns getting a little brown, but the rain's fine because I thought that summer's supposed to be the rainy season. Well, the rainy season's catching up. So now it's time to strategize to, how that curb appeal with your lawn, with your landscaping is going to factor into expediting the sale of your home. So yeah, just thought we'd just kind of highlight some of those articles that are here from hgtv.com itself. So, if it's good enough for TV, it's good enough for the MLS to so Eddie, spruce up your outdoor containers. If you've got stuff that's got plants in it on the outside, like near the doorways, maybe make those more ornate, more matching the exterior or the material that's making up the outside of the home. Touch up your mulch somehow. It's just, I don't know if it's the magic gnomes that bring the dew in the morning or what, but just that mulch dissipates over time.
It does.
You need to keep bringing more bags of it. Well, where does it go? I don't know, but it helps make it look well kept and adds to that curb appeal. And it's relatively cheap and easy to apply. You just have to stay on. It's just like you have to change your air filters for your AC to keep the inside cool. It says shape unsightly or overgrown trees and shrubs. So there's been times where we've got a really cool view like over the fence or over the hedge and it looks at water or something. You can kind of see the pond, but then this one tree in the yard has a branch that's just grown in so that it's actually kind of in the way of looking at the water from the back patio or something. So if you just lopped off that little hunk of branch, then you've got unobstructed water view there. So just do all those little things. They're kind of a pain, or get your landscaper do them. If you've got a hedge, we know people like our Rolodex for any of your needs. If you say, hey, Elijah, hey, Virginia, hey, Sue, hey, Tanya, I got an idea for how I think we could beautify my home but I just need to have a contact. We got someone for you. Just let us know. We want to make all your ideas for how to sell your home work.
Definitely.
And then cleaning up water features, if you've got fountains out there as well, if they're gaining algae, if the water's evaporating or getting too low, or if it's just got a little dirty or something needs to be scrubbed, tend to that, because people notice the little things. I've been having some showings lately where it's like the floor plan's so good and the location is so good and it's a great price, but then they just get hung up on the little thing. The little chip on the tile or the fact that this like doorknob was wobbly, and it's almost like throwing them off from seeing the house. It's like, wait, this is a good, but those little things, you just don't want them to get in the way because they detract more than they should. And
they're not really like all that difficult to remedy. So it's just kind of like maintaining, keeping up on things. I mean, I know
you got fun plants. Maybe just kind of the same way that you leave your home warranty book out or your appliance manuals or whatever. Maybe just leave out how to take care of the plants that are there the best, that are so pretty, or even label what they are. There's fruit trees growing, and it's like, I know how to identify apple, I know orange, but sometimes there's some weird colored, weird shaped fruit growing, and I don't know why. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Do people eat it? I've never seen that one in a container at Publix somehow.
Exactly.
Just label the plants, label the fruit trees, let us know what they are, and the fruit trees can add charm as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've seen many homes where in the backyard there's like an avocado tree and somebody just falls in love.
I know what that is.
Score. Yeah.
It's a score, right?
So, oh my gosh. The house I grew up in had an avocado tree, and I did not like avocados until I had lived not in that house for like a decade.
It's like too much.
It's like I missed so much. I mean, the thing was huge. So that is huge benefit. The other thing I saw is the caption under that photo, Elijah, actually said it can add up to 10% to the value of your home.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That really is, because I don't think you're going to spend 10% of your home value, to do that landscaping by any means. But if it can add that, that's super.
Absolutely.
And the avocado tree.
And the avocado tree. No, but I think that's a
That's
really
how you
good
sell
point.
houses to millennials.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's a really good point to say to people, or let people know what plants are in fact out there, because I mean, first of all, there's like, I don't know, like 80 or 100 or maybe even more versions of palm trees. Like there's so many. And so
Oh my
like
gosh,
just
yeah.
knowing which ones are actually
What
out
needs to
there
survive.
and what they need and things like that, because not everybody has a green thumb. And,
No.
so it's helpful, definitely. Thank you for sharing that. Well, I think we touched on some really good topics this evening. Don't have any comments, but we did see people watching, so thank you for viewing and giving us a like. But don't forget to.
The comment section goes on with our numbers here below. You can
Yeah, I mean, just because we didn't, no comments in 26 minutes, we're always here to answer questions all the time.
Subscribe. Appreciate all that engagement. This channel's been growing so fast. And
Yeah, it's
we
great.
just love to see it be our 6,000th subscriber.
Yay.
Exactly. That's great. Well, thank you everyone for joining in tonight and giving all of your expertise and insight onto the show. And I guess we will see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And we'll
Thank
see you next
you.
time. Bye, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.